Balithethe wo, balithethe leyamthwazi, balithethe lawo mkhulizwe, kodwa lizobuya, hawu yeyeni wo, lizobuya, noma kanjani vele lizobuya. Balithethe phela mamenemene, balifake esikhwameni bahamba nalo, balinika izinhlobo zabo, indlala yasishaya wazwela, okungapheliyo kuyahlola, lizobuya noma kanjani, okungapheliyo kuyahlola madoda we.
Years later, the trauma of the Matabeleland massacres is still raw for survivors and those who lost relatives during the moment of madness. A lot of questions are yet to be answered. The ZANU-PF government has refused to apologize for these atrocities. There are many theories as to why Gukurahundi happened. Some believe ZANU-PF wanted to introduce a one-party state, and ZAPU was a stumbling block. Others believe Mugabe wanted to revenge for the Ndebele raids by Mzilikazi that happened in the pre-colonial era. To some, it was well-planned genocide. Maybe we will never know the truth as to why Gukurahundi happened. John Makumbe described Gukurahundi as a policy of annihilation. ZANU used Gukurahundi, a policy of annihilation, to establish what Norman Krieger calls party nation and party state. Professor Sabelo Gacheni observes that when ZANU-PF came to power in 1980, the state became an agent of Gukurahundi. The state now believed in eliminating all those who did not agree with them. It then followed that they had to deploy violence to those who were seen as enemies of the state, and these were ZAPU supporters and officials who happened to be predominantly Ndebele. Mugabe first mentioned the idea of Gukurahundi at the Heroes' Day celebrations on 12 August 1980. He said former guerrillas would be formed into a militia and trained to combat malcontents who were unleashing a reign of terror. This was before the outbreak of dissidents. However, it has to be noted that right from 1980, there was a problem of rogue elements who refused to go into assembly points in Zanla and Zipra camps. In October 1980, 7 cases of robbery by Zanla combatants were reported on the Harare-Mutoko highway. Zanla guerrillas carried out attacks on police stations in Mutoko and Mount Dauren areas. On the ZAPU side, Joshua Nkomo sent his top officials to try and negotiate with those who were refusing to go to assembly points.
Mina lojinuntuta sa point ukuthi siqalise ukulandela laba abafana abasebebaleka besekanye. Untutha mzwane sifa sasisiye Cholocho konqoya layinini yakonqoya okwakulabafana laba ababengane bayabheda kakhulu. Na untutha wasala endleleni lapha sithi kulabanye abangani bakhona ngale emaplazini khona phenya amayindlovu lapha ngadlula mina ngisalapha ngahlangana nabo amajaha laba ngakhuluma labo well bafaka phambili into lengqondo ukuthi hayi njengoba thina sekukhanya ukuthi siyabulawa sibona kungcono sibulawe sizilwele kulokuthi siphonga uqunywa nje sihleze ngoba lapha sekukhanya ukuthi thina ithe usekumele sibulawe.
after that, after we had refused to go to the assembly points, the regular units from Wai River Mine were sent to come and convince us to about the ceasefire. So they came, but unfortunately, there were some misunderstandings, and some people ended up being killed, some of our group. But finally, we were taken to Kami Maximum Prison, where we were detained for almost 5 months.
In October 1980, Mugabe signed a bilateral agreement with North Korea to train and arm an army brigade. On 13 August 1981, Mugabe announced that a new military unit was being formed. Mugabe said the issue had been discussed by ZANU's Central Committee and the army commanders. He said the crack force would be called Gukurahundi.
But as long as dissidents come from a particular area, we will send troops to that area. And as long as that party pursues that hostile course, my government will never rest until those within that party who are responsible for organizing the dissidents are crushed and crushed fully.
Joshua Nkomo opposed the idea, saying Zimbabwe had efficient forces of law, including civil police, to handle any internal problems.
My point, when it was being formed, I said it to the Prime Minister that it was a pity a brigade outside the National Army was being formed, and that I feared it would be used as a political army.
ZIPRA officials believe Mugabe always had this idea long before independence.
It had been planned, probably planned as early as at independence, if not before. By both ZANU and, I want to think, the British were involved right from the onset.
Mina ngokubona kwami yayiplani nje eyoku delete izaphu, because izaphu yayi opposition by the way that time. Kwakuyindlela nje ukubulala izaphu to create a one party state. I mean, I was there, I was following into zakhona zonke ezasenzakala. Mina ngokubona kwami, it was, you know, during the time Mugabe determined to bumba a one party state. But into a disturbance within the one party state, is up.
Gukurahundi was a plan, a project, I think, planned before our attaining independence. The visits that Mugabe had made with Korea earlier before independence, more after independence, I think those preparations were being done in that clandestine arrangements. And more, again, colluding with the Rhodesian whites.
Commanded by Colonel Perence Shiri, the current Minister of Lands, Agriculture and Rural Development, the 5th Brigade was mostly made up of ex-Zanda combatants from Tongogara Assembly Point.
The Zimbabwe National Army was trained by the British from 1980, the integration process as such. So whilst we were there, there was actually, I think, a requirement from the Army headquarters that some certain people be sent to 5th Brigade for the formation of 5th Brigade when it was formed. So hence I was picked to be one of them who went to 5th Brigade, few of us. Of course, on our side, from the ZIPRA side or from this part of the country, who were very few that were posted there. So this is how I found myself in 5th Brigade. Most of them, they came from Tongogara Assembly Point, and there are few battalions that were integrated, and with the majority who were ex-Zanda. You see, there was at a time when Amazipra decided to hold on going to integration, but then the Amazanla, they went ahead. So those were units that were picked to go and form 5th Brigade, part of them.
The new unit made its intentions clear even during its training. They were linked to the murder of 3 young British holidaymakers. Tourists who strayed to the training area were beaten, humiliated, and harassed. The crew of an aircraft of the British Queen's flight to Zimbabwe in advance of a visit by Princess Anne were also detained and threatened. The 5th Brigade was kept out of the public eye until the independence celebrations in 1982, when a team from the unit put up a martial arts display. The 5th Brigade was mostly trained in party ideology and military training.
Militarily, you never talk about politics, but it was a different story. When we reached it, we found that slogans were being, it was this order of the day, Pamberine ZANU-PF, Pamberine Prime Minister, Pamberine. That's when we met the Koreans there. So there was a lot of animosity there. And part of us, they never stayed Tama days, they ran away. Yeah, because it was like bus in the Machua bus and so on.
They were not well trained. Theirs was to kill civilians. I mean, to be honest with you, those guys were simply political. Because where have you ever seen an army that go about their operations singing, exposing themselves? All they knew was killing civilians.
In 1981, there was heavy fighting between ZIPRA and ZANLA combatants at Ntumbane Assembly Point. This led to even more ex-combatants deserting. The exact number of people who died is not known.
There are about 7 coaches of rail that were loaded up with dead bodies, and we don't know what happened.
Former ZIPRA official Mishek Velapi says they were in refrigerated trucks full of bodies.
I had 32 refrigerated trucks which were there in railways. It was not orderly. We can verify that from the railway itself.
How these bodies were disposed of has been kept a secret over the years, but Velapi says he was one of the people in charge of disposing the bodies and were buried in mass graves at Luveve Cemetery.
I was in charge of that.
Tell us about that.
If you want to you drive me there, we identify abantu bentumbana babalahlewa. The person who did that was National Organization, organizer, Vote Moyo.
The Gukurahundi pass-out parade was in December 1982. It was attended by the then Prime Minister Robert Mugabe and the current President Emmerson Mnangagwa and former President Canaan Banana.
There was a pass-out when the then Prime Minister was there, the Defense Minister, the former President who was there, Canaan Banana, was also invited. Emmerson Mnangagwa was there. And when all arms were fired and so on, and everybody was excited. Even the master of ceremony once said, Zanzina Chef Mnangagwa, I feel like remaining here, staying with this. Yeah, he was very happy to see all this fireworks that was taking place.
On 7 February 1982, Mugabe announced that arms caches had been discovered at Ascot Farm, 37 kilometers north of Bulawayo. Ascot Farm belonged to Nitram Private Limited, a ZIPRA-owned company. On March 11, 1982, Lieutenant General Lookout Masugu and Dumiso Tabengwa were arrested. In 1983, after 16 months in custody, Tabengwa, Masugu and other ZAPU officials were acquitted of treason.
Commander of Gwai, Uswaneni, gave evidence against us. In the caching of arms, he said, I had visited Gwai camp, and whilst we're walking to some place, I actually gave him instructions to the fact that they should create weapons, arms caches. And It was true. And it made it difficult because it was him or me who was lying or telling the truth. And I had no other defense really, except to say Swanen is telling lies. But of course the court had the exhibits of the weapons that were there. Only at the last minute, it was the end of our trial, two of the young men who had been given the task of catching those weapons decided, when they saw this trial going on court, and they volunteered and said, no, we want to give evidence. And they came to give evidence that it is him, Soneni, the commander, who actually had been instructing them on how to catch those weapons. And that's how we were found not guilty without any doubt. This is what I call the third case, which was somewhere in the Matopos, where Vela Pirada had been given instructions to conceal some of the arms for the ANC. And remember, we had ANC comrades who had stayed there during the integration exercise, and who were recommended when the demobilization exercise took place and they were supposed to surrender their arms, who surrendered their weapons, and they demobilized, and they went to stay into the allocated villages with the people there, waiting to be armed and waiting to be given instructions about their crossing into South Africa. And it was decided that there should be weapons which must be cached so that they would be armed with those weapons. That was the third cache of arms that had been done. Uvelapi was found guilty on caching those weapons. He agreed that yes, there were those weapons, but did not connect the ANC. The Mkhonto were in that, because at that time South Africa's dispensation had not yet come through, and we did not want to jeopardize the ANC, the MK comrades who were in the country, who were operating clandestinely, because Mugabe would not allow them. ZANU government would have not allowed them to operate from Zimbabwe. So that was secret. And Vela gave his own version of why he had been involved in the caching of those weapons. That was the only arms case which accounted for the ANC.
Mishek Velapi, the Nitram accountant, was convicted of possession of arms of war and was sentenced to 3 years in prison. ZAPU officials maintain the arms belonged to the ANC's Umkhonto Wesizwe, and Mugabe and Emerson Mnangagwa were aware of their existence.
The reality, arms were there. Since we were working with the ANC, we could never have sacrificed our government of securing the arms to give to ANC, which were being used by ANC. We were not going to disarm ANC. What we were supposed to do, which we had done, was to add the arms for those people who were fighting in South Africa. As ZAPU and Umkhonto Wesizwe and ZIPRA, I still stand the government of Zimbabwe was supporting ANC with its own activities. But the military activities remained with us. What you should know, and the people should know, South Africa had no chance of approaching the ANC in Matabeleland because we had given them houses here because the language was so good for them. They could not identify them. The high houses in Luveve, houses in Popoma, houses in Kulumani, they could not identify them. We gave them registration certificates of Casey, Plumtree, Maswingo, where there are people of Ndebele type. That all the identity of this country. That is umkhonto wesizwe.
Mina ngisebenza ngale lapho kwenziwa khona izithupha ama birth certificate lama passport. Ngemva kokuba yenzela bona ama birth certificate lama passport amajaka lamabili. Ngathi ngizalenzela izithupha ama waiting pass angu 50, which I did. Ama waiting pass la angu 50 these are temporary documents of identity. Kungakaphumi isithupha sezinga. Izithupha lezi ngangibaphela ukuthi baye eZambezi bayethatha ama cadres ANC abuyayo ngapha basebenzise izithupha leziyana engibanike zona bephakathi kwelizwe leli baze beyefika kuLimpopo nxa ngala ama cadres echapha uLimpopo ba withdraw ama IDs lawana babuyele njalo bayethatha abanye njalo nje bengabotshwa phakathi lapha.
Working with ANC umkhonto wesizwe. During our operations, we were moving in as freedom fighters, led by a reconnaissance team that would take arms and hide them for the ANC. As soon as they enter the country, making their way to the Limpopo in South Africa, they will make use of these weapons.
Black Cat Removals was a company bought by ANC. The farm at Kwai belonged to ANC. There were cattle there.
How many?
There were about 800. It was there. The Black Cat Removal was a transport which used to carry arms from here to South Africa, driven by Zimbabweans who were umkhonto wesizwe by virtue of having registered at Casey, Plumtree, Beitbridge, Gwanda districts. They could speak Sindebele, they could. It was not so easy for South Africa to come to us here.
So I'll still repeat this question. So Mugabe Mnanga wanyo?
Yes, I believe, and I still. Nkomo was not a very hard man. He was a sincere somebody, which I still believe today. He could not have hidden that to Mugabe.
The arrest of ZAPU officials triggered the defection of a lot of ZIPRA soldiers from the Zimbabwe National Army. They were arrested, tortured, killed, and accused of being dissidents. Some escaped to South Africa and others disappeared. In 1982, there was an increase in bandit activity not only in Matabeleland, but in the Midlands, Masvingo, Mwenezi, and Mashonaland. Over 500 cases were reported. There were reports of ex-ZIPRA combatants being killed at an army barrack in Harare.
State of emergency, which was a corporate barracks. but eCapret Barracks mayingwana sure ungahlala khona futhi uyagula indoda iseCapret Barracks kokubulawa khona amandebele phela kokunourayiwa amandebele ikoko thina mukati chinonga amapipsi zvavo zviya zvinyembe zvavo vakapiswa vanopisira kuseruku kwekempu ngazama ukulala ngazama ukuhlala ngikuka uthe ekuseni ngesandi yamanesi abe ngekho amaningi esibhedlela ngabe ngiphuma ngisiyageza ngitshintsha ngithatha itenet yami ngigqoka ngizigqoko zesibhedlela khonapho lesikhwama sami ukuthi ingabonakala ukuthi sembaleki ngiphuma ngihamba ngithe ngifika bengakwazi inkambali yani imijani ngathola kule first fence ngathola igate ngathi hayi sengifikile ngathola isocial khona phana lilele lifile nya ngazibuza ukuthi ngimvuse yini kodwa umzwa ngedwa nje adlula ngadlula ngamtshelelele ekhe yakhe itlodiwe ilaphana ngangena phakathi kangizwa ngakhamba ngithalaza kuphethuza ngizuza ndubula ngangena ngithe sithi ngichapha kuyisikotsha ngithi nasi ngifence nanti igate asibuza ngathi leliyana lisotsha manje lwana ngangibuza ukuthi ngale ngiyathi lwana ungivumile ngiyabe sengiqamba manga kula plan ngabe ngifika ngithola ulele la uthi bebedakiwe sile nya angahle ngathi vela ngisamvusi njengoba lona ngamvusanga sengidlula ngadlula ngangena phakathi ngathola bechaywa behlaliswe esilebheni njengalaphana bechaywa benqunu ngama-birthday suits abo bebaningi bebuthelelwe khwaphana ubungeke babone bemnyama abanye bengakhanya amafesi ngokuvuvuka kungaqondakali abantu bebulawa ngafika laphana engangizwa ngafika njengakhonapha lesitipini siyana yabo isitipu laphana ngithe fika kuyindoda lwana wabona ubaba esekhala engikhanyele so ehleze enqunu kwakungela muntu onyakazayo ukuthi ngibuzama ukuvala inyawo ukuthi uthini ubehlala benje ukwenzela ukuthi nxa ikhahlela abakhahlele kuhle lapha afuna khona ngafika uthe mbona ukuthi lo yakhala wachibilika wakhangela ngitshitsha kubuhlungu ukuthi benzafika ngimbambe sibili kuyenzani kanti the bona uma likwekhala wakhangela emuva wambona ebenganyizwa ngoba yena ngobe bangumsindo laba bethule fika laphana uthe bonke umuntu ongufazi wabe sit down babe besithi begijima besingena emlindini bebegcina emlindini ama-underground cells la
abaye babulawa kuthiwa bangama-dissident phela wawuli-dissident noma useparate province yena lo wayethiwa ngutungamirayi waduli umzipra wambulali ujenga womhlaba wambulala eparate eDissident ama-dissident ngabantu babo babebaqatshile ngabantu babo igrupu yaboThambolenyoko wayengu-instructor wami uThambolenyoko sithe kwelinye ilanga sizwa kuthiwani uNelson ufunani abantu amazipra afuna umsebenzi bona oThambolenyoko basebesebenza egrupu bahamba babakhupha emsebenzini wegrupu siyabaqatshela khona uThambolenyoko ubuye walwa loNelson engakafika kubo ethi imali yayithenjisiwele basamnika bagcine besiyamnika imayini utamayini bengaze avala umlomo.
It's like ngoba mina ngahamba ngafika ngaba 2IC, then they removed the guy who was commanding 27, then I remained the commanding 27. Then when I was going to ZMA, wabisimu found on Ruramai, was commanding 27. Mina ngaya ikosi. Ngitese kosi no Ruramai. That was the time passing to some distance. Then Ruramai understand why we see parade. A parade la pana fea to Masipra uku, Mazanda uku. So guys complied. By that time it was, I think it was 700 Zipra, 700 Zanda. Obviously, we are more good talking about distance, It's true, man. Zebra killers, okay. You are my distance. You are my distance. You are my distance. And from that time, he declared good to go nama zebra kasa pume campaign. And they will not guard. Abasa guard, abasa pume campaign. Even during the weekends.
On 23 July 1982, 6 tourists were kidnapped 70 kilometers along the Bulawayo-Victoria Falls Road. They consisted of 2 Americans, 2 Britons, and 2 Australians. Gilbert Sichelangwenya, 44, and Austin Bofu, 27, were arrested and charged with the kidnapping of the tourists. They were convicted and sentenced to death. The 2 were hanged at Harare Central Prison on Tuesday, 7 April 1986.
The very issue of Gukurahundi was stage managed. I emphasize again. To me, as an accused, I still believe there are no 6 whites which were killed 80 kilometers along the false road. That was the tip of the stage managing. There are no white people who died. We fell prey of being deceived. If Mnangagwa and Segramai were genuine people, they were the people were with the same plan with Nkomo when he came here, when they were investigating Nkomo to ban Zapo from the government. He even said it in his book. If you go and read it, you'll find that statement still there. Chela, I spoke to him myself. Chela, what really he told me is this: it's Kurubi prison. Chela left the country for Zambia when arms were found in the farms of Zebra. He went to Zambia. He was deported and sentenced to 3 months in Chinoi prison. He served the 3 months. And then after that, Umpofo is a person. There were 2 people condemned. I spoke to them personally myself. If you go to the records, when I committed an offense to go and meet them. He appeared to be mad. And then I told him personally, but look, they will kill you. You are going to die for something which you don't know.
So then the other person, Umpofu, who was he?
Umpofu, I don't know. He was not a trained somebody. He was a person who admired Uschela. But let me ask you a simple question. After Uschela was sentenced to death and hanged, have you ever heard of the story of these 6 whites? Some were said to be coming from Australia. Where are their parents who were looking for them when they died in Zimbabwe?
Uschela waye echawe kakhulu. Uschela, when he appeared before me, wayevele ekhanda seliphambili ngokuchayo. Wayengakhuluma izinto ezizwakalayo ngenxa yokuchayo ayikwenziwe. Wayengasaphelelanga. Okuyikuthi alubane ngabe i-trial yakhona yayi-normal, so to say. Uschela kwakumele nje kwenziwe i-order yokuthi aye ekuzanyelwa, ngamadokotela abonakala ukuthi i-state of mind yakhe njani. Wayenganormal appear before me.
Gukurahundi was deployed in January 1983. What followed were reports of numerous atrocities. Even those serving in the army were not spared.
The first cordon search, I was on leave. Yeah, they found me in the house in Pumula East. And my batman was the one who was with others conducting house-to-house search. He found me inside. I said, Chef Umuri Panabon. I said, I said, I'm no gar. I said, okay, we're just conducting the search. But he gave me that face of, no, he still respects me. But from there, he went out and told the other chef who was commanding them that I saw Ndlovu there. Later on, I saw a group of a section of people coming. Says, Chef was Shades and a chef in Pumula East Shopping Center. And there was Captain Mazoro there, who I was with. I said, no, Ndlovu, we need maybe some interviews a little bit with you. I said, but you guys, you know, I'm on leave. And what is the problem? I said, no, I want to find out whether you may have any information about dissidents. Dissidents? How? Then I was a little bit interviewed. I said, no, I know nothing about dissidents. I'm staying in town. I'm not in contact. I'm just on leave. I'm with my family. Then from there, they were said, no, but I think you need to be cleared by the Central Intelligence Organization and the police. So they took me to Pumula Police Station, where is the main headquarters that involved the CIO, the army, the police, and so on.
Cotton search khonapha kobulawa ithina saba lomnyama lo baba umkami ngenalwana sathi sifika lapha kobulawayo sikulive sahlangana le cotton search bafika amasotsha endlini yethu sasilama uniform zethu njengamasotsha sona bafika kwakumele basibulale sibili kwabanzima bathi sabatshengisa ama leave pass sasilawo yonke into sasilayo bagcina sebesikile lo baba omncane omunye obelipolisa la khonapho la waharaswa steering exizipra la ayi sabe sisuka lapha sithi ngcono sibuyele Harare ngapha kunzima la sisuka lapha siyafika ekhwekhwe lapha sathola hayi mani behlomile sama ibhasi sayihliswa kwabe kusenziwa konke mandivere ukomashona abantu bayidla kodwa ama exizipra army police abantu bahamba ngama former army abefuma army kodwa bajoina amazishona labo bahambe ama ex-zipra olipolisa olisotsha abafana laba youth le 18 kusiya phezulu bonke bemiswa lapha umkami la iwama lapha mina was pregnant. It's a sad scenario ngayibonayo baqalisa umchayi bechayina ubanike leave pass athi bebekhangela ama leave pass isotsha vele lalingeke lidlule ngoba babe identify ngekhathi lina khathi selikhatha lonke kudala kwakusiba lomzila amasotsha la ukukhatha kube lomzila so kwakuvele umuntu le ekhathi yona liyana babe identify ngabo bahle bathi leave pass wathatha leave pass wabanika bathi banike leave pass balwe captain Maliko bathi chichi nonze CAPT ata yena ngiyabona ngicabanga ukuthi ukhuluma lesotsha abethi hawu koporo you can't read ukuthi captain it's Captain Maliko waseyilahlile stupid inini boss wangu ndi koporo you are nothing didn't etsapa hopo mkwembe kudai rekurai wewe chua emhlokoze umunye emchaya ngesibhiku sombobho umunye emfaka amapapa from all angles bengimile ngibukela abantu labantu engena ibhasini wathiwa ibhasi kayihambi ibhasi ithe siduma babebuza ukuthi mina bese ngimile phansi lezikwa kwemimambo yamamerire athi ndamerire mrumo wangu ndivele sishona sasizima bathi umrumo wakho ndiyani ngathi ngwena loyile emchaya ngaphendula so stubborn discipline ngathi yena loyile emchaya uyazi bakhangelana so omunye bemkhaba from emuva athi tendeze mkadzi rakho iruru nenumbu phinda mbhazi ngiyende shit asichakubata babengena ebhasini wayesekhala lami ngikhala abantu sebezama ukusithulisa ebhasini sathula sayafika eHarare it was said safika eHarare mina ushithi kwangi-affecta ngahle ngagula was pregnant ngalaliswa esibhedlela ngase ngihlala ngisibhedlela on off tesisuka laphana ngililanga ngihlezi bamlandela for sure anti okuyi-leave pass lokhwana bakuthatha basala la kubhari Captain Malikwa sithe siseharare khona ngale KG6 ngabona omunye indoda esendilande sithi uMalikwa phela sebemthethe ngathi ethathwa ngobani wathi ngabe-state of emergency.
Ex-ZIPRA combatants who had been demobilized were rounded up and killed. Some were detained, and interrogation camps were established in Cholocho, Lupane, Plumtree Airstrip, and Balagwe camp in Kezi.
First of all, I was at the demobilization queue at the main post office in Bulawayo. And somebody approached me and said to me, if I were you, I would leave this place straight away because the CIO are looking for you in connection with arms that have been found at Asquith Farm. So if I were you, I would leave just now. And I took that seriously and left and went home to Gwabalanda. When I got home to Gwabalanda, I realized that if I stay there, they're going to catch up with me. So I moved to Magwegwe. And when I got to Magwegwe, I got the information that they had come after me to Gwabalanda. So I stayed in Magwegwe for a few days. It was sort of a refugee-like because I couldn't go back to Gwabalanda. And when I found out that the net was closing down on me, there was no way I could go. So I sought refuge in Cholocho. But initially, it was just seeking refuge. But then I found that there were some former ZIPRA who also ran away from the National Army who were roaming around in Cholocho. That's how we ended up in the bush.
uMasai owayengumama ayekhona ukuthi angakuthatha umuntu ongubaba ahambe nawe ematendeni akhona khona ngale wona ungazi lutho bafike bathi lapha bobhuti silusizi ngoba abantu laba basishisa amadoda ethu khona le Harare bathi bazasifaka egangeni elinje ngicela bhuti ukunceda ungisize sibili ngikhanuka umkami sibili na ukhululeke uzicabange ukuthi khona njani lapha zathola umfazi ma engene ku-stretcher bed kwakhe lapha kathi ukugqumekeni ugesi ngaphansi ma wona usibani ngone ukhulula uyagqumeka abaningi babe paralyzed then ungabona ukuthi umuntu lo angatshona kwakunebharaki yakhona abakusakhona bekuthathe nje uyefakwa khona ngale then ntambama ebusuku abantu sesilele ngama-12 bayakhetha abatshonileyo sebesiya baphosela emgodini then labana abangani bavuke bephefumula bazathathwa bengani bayatreatwa mbijana hayi impilo yakhona isikasi lokudla kwakhona kwakudliwa nzima lapho elidla khona labe ligombelezele lichaya khona mbijana kuthiwa muri kupedza sazaret muri ma-distant njalo besitshele ukuthi khona after 5 years akuna olapho ozabe sesala abaningi babe beshonile njengoba lamanje isigabeni sethu khona bambona singu-2 esasisebhaleka sasala abaningi bonke sebatshona mina babembuza ukuthi khona basatha njengokuthi khona singama-distant basatha njalo sesibuzwa kuthiwa khona ama-distant wagcineni imbuzo yabe enjalo ungathi awuzange ulibone kumbene wagcina kudala wawutshayela khona konje kuphela ukuthi uthole ukuthi wagcina kudala ngoba bona besazi ukuthi wonke umuntu ama-distant uhlala nawo hayi ngibona ekhejini sasi-700 ngoba ngiyakhumbula lana undoda owayesitshaya sibili wayesithi wazi ube number 700 nguwe ngutshaya kakhulu sasi-700
angibotshelwe ukuthi ngigcine yimi engazi ama-dissident ngangingasebenzi ngihlezi ngikhonapho kwathiwa yimi engazi ama-dissident ikhefu yaqalisa mhla ka-3 nge-Friday 4 nge-Saturday
uphi umnyaka ke lo
84 3 Friday 4 Saturday 5 Sunday ngabaleka ngaya edorobheni ngabaleka ngachiya abantwana ngagada isitimela ngaphenduka futhi ngithe ngifika etown ngaku-railway laphana ngathola isitimela sika-1:30 singakaphumi ngathi nix ukuthi lapha ngibaleke mina ngikhetha ukuthi ngiyephila ngichiye abantu abami ngabe ngisiya ngaphi ngaku-railway ngifika ngithatha itikiti siyagada isitimela sika-1:30 ngayathola kuyikuthi umkami bamchaye bamenza isihluko okumangalisayo ngesonto uthe ngomvulo ekuseni kunje nginathi itiye bekhempe phetsheya laphana kusegcekeni nje babe sebefikile kimi so lapho bahle bangitshela ukuthi wena ngokuthiwa uhlezi lapho ungasebenzi wazi ama-dissident. Ngathi hayi, ama-dissident siyawazi sonke, kabafikela kithi sonke khonapha ngiyawazi. Sisikhathi bengithatha bengisa ngaphi ePlumtree, ngaphenduka ePlumtree ngajika ngaya ngaphi eMangwe, ngahlala 3 weeks eMangwe, bangisusa eMangwe ngaya ngaphi eBhalakwa, lapho engahlala khona kwaze wafika u-October 8 months. Lungangichaya ngeswazi zengagu lakade singizilima lo mfazi wami swatshona ngendlela abamdemeja ngaye, ngamthola bemdemeje ngayo sengiphuma eBhalagwele, sesikhishwe eBhalaka abamdemeje ngayo ufile kade singu-214. Kwakukubi kakhulu ngoba kwakuchaywa. 1 wawusiyathathwa istatement sokubuzwa ukuthi ama-dissident uyawazi, kufanele uthi wena uyawazi ngoba nxa ungawazi wawuchaya wawumuntu wawungaphongazi ama-dissident, kuyabe kubhalwa uchaywa umCIO ngapha, uchaya umCIO ngapha, omunye ebhala istatement sakho osikhulumayo. Impilo yakhona yayimbi kakhulu ngoba sasihlezi singabachawayo. 1 kungabaleka umuntu nje, abanye babebaleka selichaywa yinto elilala liqoqe ebusuku lilele emabharekeni ukuthi asibalekeni lalichaywa. Kwakukwaniseka ukuthi nxa ngaye ilanga laliphuma abanye babethathwa ngamasotsha besiyawatshela amasotsha, abanye besiyagebha ama-toilet amasotsha, abanye njalo besiyathezani inkuni egangeni. Yiwo umsebenzi owawusenzakala khona ngale ngeBhalakwa. Bese kusiba lokuchaywa ke khona ke sasikuchaywa. Kuthe sekucina khona ngo-October ingathi ngoSeptember sase sitrainwa, sivuka sisiyatrainwa ebusuku ngani ngabantu abasempini. Kwaze kwathi ngo-October bebase bekhangele bona omnankakho ukuthi singazodutyulwa lapha njengoba bengabantu abangalalutho lapha. Kwabuya ihelicopter yazosikhipha thina abantu sasi-600 and something isivili
abaphume eBhalakwa,
esasiseBhalakwe. Kwase kusithi ama-demolizer yiwo ayekhona, abazange bebambe lona i-dissident, akuzange kube le-dissident elabanjwayo, esasiwabotshelwe esasiwachayelwa zange libe khona.
So lapha ukhuluma ngabantu abayi-600 ababekhona at one point, but abanye phela babephuma behamba, abanye bebulawa, into zonke ezinjalo.
Ekubulaweni laphana abadutyulanga, ngifuna ukukhuluma into engayisiyo. Ekubulaweni laphana nxa wawuchaywa nxa usiyathathwa istatement njengoba mbali ukuthi wakulomCIO ngapha, kulomCIO ngapha, ubuzwa nxa wawuchaywa anti uyabukhotheme ubamba inyawo nxa wawuchaywa lapha. So nxa usuqeda ukuchaya lapha abantu labana babengakananzeleli ukuthi igazi liyanquma, besiyalala ngaphi emabharekeni laphana. Mhla ngelanga engathi ngiphume eMangwe mina ngisiyafikela khona ngale eLhuzeni ngeBhalakwa, wavuka kufe abantu ababili ngenxa yokuchaywa igazi linqumile. Bathe sebekubona ukuthi abantu babulawa ukuthi bayachaywa, wawuthi nxa ngawo ungazuchaywe sola ususiyalaliswa phansi eLhuzeni empompini uvulelwe amanzi ezulwini.
So kwakusenza ukuthi amanzi igazi linganqumi.
Babe sitsho njalo, kwakusenza njalo, kulapho kwangathi kuba nanganeni ukuthi abantu bafe.
Kodwa abantu babesifa yini eBhalakwa?
Bafa kakhulu.
So ababesifa babesenziwa
asikwazi nje wathi anti sasivalelwe. Thina sasemabharekeni phela lanxa babe bathwala bebasangabisi sasisizwa ukuthi abaphoselwe emgodini wemayini khona ngale maphisa. Thina sasivona sasemabharekeni sakhelwe ngocingo ireservoir njengamabhalabhala. Ireservoir awusoze iphume phela ngithi sasevalelwe ngereservoir njengabantu abalamacala amakhulu singalamacala. Athi semphuma eBhalakwa umfazi besele bemngenela khona ngapha bona amasotsha waze wabaleka waqala wabaleka bamlanda ebusuku angazi ukuthi kumbe bambamba kuthe kusasa kwakhona wasevuke siyalala ngaphi komakhelwane bathe besithi bayabuya bezomkhangela ngale khala ke bamthola engekho baya komakhelwane omakhelwane basebemfihla bavuka kusasa omakhelwane baya bethi wena mntwana hamba uye kini
mina ubaba wayekhona khonapha yathi ikhefu ivala angizithwele umuntu 84 bathi besuka lapha besiya edrobheni sasibaza sithunga sesithambe ethengisa wagada imoto wahle wavalelelwa khona le drobheni so mina ngasala mina lapha I think ngagada laye siyematopho siyahlolwa ngathi mvela le ngagada sezivaliwe zangapha zingasabuyeli ngale ngasabuye ngapha bangaze ngabeletha wathi ngibe ngingakabelethi kwakhanya ama Gukurahundi abuya azomdinga la kodwa ukuthi ayimdinga wayenzeni kwakuhambe njani njengoba wavalelelwa ikhefu edrobheni azangikwazi bathuma umntwana esikole wazomdinga la bathe fika ngathi ayikakho valelelwe ikhefu ngaphi edrobheni bathi uyafuneka emagamtrinini ngaleli mtshelabo ngathi ayikakho kabuyanga wathi esizwa yena ukuthi uyadingwa ngapha asazange wabuya bangangaze ngabeletha kwakuziwa abantwana ngangile 7 engimthole wayengwesi 8 but ngihlezi ngedwa khona ngisenda ngamthole ngalababe ngalamama elogogoza la ubaba ugogo ngingangilaye lapha labantwana labayana kuphela akwabanzima ukuthi siphile saphila nzima futhi ngakhona lokho 85 wabezobuya laphana wabuya kungama August 85 September 15 babe sebekhona futhi begcwele iganga lonke leli mabe sithi ngithunga into zami lapha njengoba ubuyile kade wawungaphuthi ngangisaba ukubuya nje uthwa belokhu bekhona manje sokuvula izitolo sokuvula sesingcino ngibuye ekhaya manje ngilento zami ngizithengisa ngicela usikhale labantwana lapha logogo lami ngingethengisa izinto zami kubulawa xa usuka lapha ngisedrobheni siyathengisa izinto leziyana amasotsha lana ama support unit abisalefika kuthiwa bona ama distant ngotwa bengathi lapha balandela baze bazokhona nxa ngisedrobheni from a Friday Gqibelo Sonto bebemdubule mina ngikho ngisedrobheni waye yedwa nje yena wasuka lapha abantwana nxa sembabuza laba abakhudlwanyana bathi usuke wathi sala nini lapha ngisathi anje sasiba uyabaza ngisathatha isigodo sami ngigamla isigodo sami lapha ngiyabuya khathesi wathatha ihloka wathi uyagamla isigodo yohamba kwabo kuphela esigodweni leso lapha wele khona isigodo sesidobhile ihloka selidobhile.
School children were not spared, and in Kezi, an army truck carrying school kids to a rally overturned, and 4 died with several seriously injured.
Abantwana laba asizange sabangcwaba ngoba nongathi abangcwaba khona abantwana balapha ngoba sabalahla njengezinja ngoba izidumbu sazozinikwa ebusuku midnight khonapho kwisikhathi securfew kungela muntu ohlala nomunye sasihlala sibabili phakathi kwekhaya thina for example ekhaya kithi bathi bezoletha isidumbu sasibathathu befika begcwele iphuma ntwi amasoja bekhombele ngembhobho benyathele phezu kwezidumbu thina sasithi ilizwe silithethe abantu abethi ingozi ibe khona bazabuya behlonitshiwe besakho phakathi kwamakhofini abantwana babuya beze belokho benanathele ludaka lakhogodla bafika bathi sibone ukuthi sesibuyile sasukuma kwakulama teacher kumbe akhona yikho lapha maganga noma kawule ababehamba bekhombela imizi ukuthi isidumbu ngesalapha bathi sicela ukuthi sibethulela isidumbu sabo laba bantu akulabantu bathi akulasikhathi sokuthi lingethula la liyagcwala la basithi grikitiki sidumbu ikhanda lilodwa isidumbu sisodwa umama wathi abothatha ingubo mntanami leshiti bheda sibophela ikhanda la sifake isidumbu lesi ngoba le 20 years sihudule size siyefika endlini basitshela bathi by 6 o'clock libe selibangcwabile laba bantu libe selibafihlile wawuzamthatha ngapha umuntu ubaba omncane unayisi wathatha ipiko that photo waqonda esidulini sakhe bagebha kafotshola uzwa amadolo la idladlazele dlala ya sadonsa sikhudula ngengubo isidumbu ngoba ungekho siphakamisa umuntu one-20 years sisiyafaka egodini singcwabi intsha.
While people were being brutalized by the 5th Brigade for harboring the dissidents, the same dissidents were also causing havoc on the communities. They were beating and killing people. Women were raped. The people of Matabeleland were caught between a rock and a hard place.
All it is the daughter of Fidel Castro. Yeah.
Basotabanye basebuya ngiphila abantu ngidala ngo10 ukhatho ngomdubisileyo lapha so la sokubulala so bamboba ngipintshisi zami banchaya ngapha banqumlo manqoma lenzelo bathatha inkosikazi wami ba umyolala bayokuthunyolala lapha umathathiso malala ila bathe sengala nginjalo mbojula mlokho ensopa ngampela ngisawati wami ngafa ngala ngamfeti tekuseni ngava sesibuhlungu lamuthi abantu abandimazi ngibamba siwathi ngaphosa amatopo ethi babuya ngithatha ngomsesibhedlela yakona isibhedlela eCentral bangelapha wabetheka imthatha amaphatsa akho la engxenye bangawlisela hayi vele bathi akuye ahlanga ba 3 months esibhedlela umuntu elathwa sisuthunga embambo la bengiqamisa bambo la
so umuntu bawuquma sibili
la waquma simlo anibona usapheqa nje mina quma
lendle baquma
angikhona sinesikhathi sama-dissident hayi sihlupheka Sterek kakhulu ayikhona ukudlala ngoba labo babelodlame ngapha isocial lodlame yonke into ihlangana kuwe kungela lapha ochedela khona
ungakhanyela uhulumende ithi yena walethe Gukurahundi ngoba lina amandebele la le wa support ama-dissident lali wa support
siwasupporta ngayiphi indlela uhlezi lapha baba phakathi komuzi lapha uphuma wena othutsha ngapha uzala othusha ngapho uzala uyafuna kawufuni abe kutsho uza kwenza ngoba uyabusupport impilo yakho ngendlela esasithwele enzima ngayo ihulumende nxa isitsho njalo uyazi ngathi siyahlangana sibonana emehlweni imphendulana la ngake sikhulumisane kahle ngangcona mbulala ngoba ubuhlungu esabuzwayo bukhulu abukho lutshwana kuyena lindawo yakithi yonale badutshula abantu phambi kwami abadutshula la ngama-dissident mina ngashaya igugurahundi ngitsho nje ngile ndawo yami le pain la khathesi ngangiqamukile ubhambo ngishaya igugurahundi ngizithwele yasichaya igugurahundi qeda ukuchaya igugurahundi uyabuya lwana uthunga bangaphi labo lowana nxa iphuma lowana uyabuya uthi bangaphi labo ubuze emntwini ohlezi phakathi kwendawo wena kawuyindawo uhlala khona kuke kwaba kubi kakhulu khonapha kudutshulwana fair ngekukule i-social le lokhu i-distant but thina sachaya suppose safa uchayela ukuthi indaba beze bazongena lapha lina lingasitsheli lowana uthi yona kawuntsheli angadlula lapha ngejambo yakho lapha lowane sebuya ubuya buza athi ijambo lengakabani hayi udlulile kumele kufele kulo mama wadutshulwa phambi kwami mina lo ngidedela umntwana mina kumele sidutshule sonke but ngachaya ngapho sengafa sasivuswe ekuseni kuthiwa siyothona sitshaya itoyitoyi lapha igugurahundi every day sisiya khona uyachaya khona ngale yikho khonokho every day sisiyatshona sigida khona ngale kuchaya uchikondo nti ingoma zabo ngaka ngagidiswa mina ngizithwele isisweneso ngagida khona phana saqeda phana kwathiwa
sesigredwa kade ukuthi bantu babengani abatsha abangani batsha sokuthi abayasala umunye wasesithi iwe unenumbu ngathi athi hamba yike ngasile ukuthi ngisale lapha ngangilo mama zala khona lapho hayi ngalandela abanye ngihambe ekhaya
so lapha babesala babesenziwa
ngabafazi abesala ngabafazi.
So libona ngani konkana kwayenza njani ukuthi unqengu usamutsha uthethwe ubaba usele ekhaya wena susiyarechwa khona ngale nxa usiphendula lapha ubaba uyamtshela uthi
uyabe bona ngamehlo akusithi uyabe ngaboni uyabe kwazi ukuthi vele kuyenzakala lokho ngoba ngavoice angithi sebulawa angavela uvula umlomo usefile uzathula kuphela uhlale lawo.
So ngabe kwa-affecta njani impilo zabantu khona?
Hayi impilo zazinzima solo ngoba loba umuntu anti kule mkhuhlane emhlabeni liyani yayisiba khona vele yawo ungaba khona uziqinisa yakwelatshwa kwakukubi kwakungakuhle.
So abantu babekwanisa ukuthi bethola isiki into ezinjalo
yayisiba khona ngoba mina komunye udidezi ngangavika ngathi lesi kodwa ngangalayo ngangavika sibula ukuthi njani ngakhomba omunye umdistant ngathi nguyonikileyo ulwana umdistant wayengathi uyazwisisa nje ebantwini ngase ngisithi nguyonikileyo base besiyabuya la uthe sebuya ngathi hayi ngizama ukudefenda lo muntu bendirepa
hayi Gukurahundi yanchaya lapha lo mbhobho lo ngintenya vika so cha omunye lapha achapha ezikwami la yami ngawa phansi futhi ngavuka njani ngazukuna lami kulapha ngamphethe umntwana lawo wela lapha avuka zama ngikwazi ngavuka njani ngabona abayayize bese imphethe lapha bemphethe nje semphukile ehlezi kodwa abafayo phambi kwami babe ngu20 abalala khona lapho abanye wahlala be3 1 koti wayenda bo3 1 koti
kwakungaphela
emkhulu sasikhathi sokuphela sasisuka khona phasi siyalala ngale entebeni ukuthi inyanga lindi silala wobhasi la ngenkani nxa vele ungafuni uvele uhamba ngenkani ekuthatha kuphela ngenkani uvuke ekuseni intama njalo futhi liyabuyela.
So khona lezi zinto abantu kwakusenziwani
bayifufali abanye bebele sithwala thina yithi sesilala la obhasi laba besenza abafasi ngazoziyali intama liyageza lihambe ligeza libuyele futhi lela lapho
bakwenza okwesikhathi singanani
iviki yonke belala lathi ngangintile kulo ngangilaye kwakuqaleni lo enilaye ethi ngiwamuva lo enganilaye ayi ukhona sayihlukana khona la sesihlukana kini.
So libona ngani khona okusenzakala kungabe kwaya affecta umendo wena
kakhulu
injani
ayi kwafita ngokuthi khona umuntu wona wathena abantu nje nahamba lani salala khona ngapho so kwesikhathi ayi angeke kwazi ukuphilile emzimbeni wakho mbu right ngathi ngizakwazi njani nalami ngithatha ngefusi sagcina la isihamba lapho yakhona wahamba kuphila engasaphenduka ngumuntu.
The human cost of the loss of over 40,000 lives during Gukurahundi is incalculable. Consider what would have been achieved by those who died, what could have been discovered, written, and invented. What is clear is that the poverty being faced by the people of Matabeleland today can be traced to Gukurahundi. While we have always talked about the loss of life, we should also not forget the economic loss. People's properties were looted during Gukurahundi. Some lost livestock.
bethatha besiyakudla ebhesini inkomo yonke into namhla umkami uyise ongiyena ongazange adlulithwa ngazo uzeyithulwami ubaba lona ngisaba ngibala namhla kuyaphila kaza kangitshele nje ngilodi igama lokuthi wena mfazi wahamba wangaphi lapho uyamazi umuntu endlela namhla sengimyanga ngenxa yami ukuzisa ubuhlungu kaza kakhulume lento but ngamkhangela so khumbula impahla nje okumbhikisa impika ngiqokezana
ngoba leso sikhathi ngisitsho ukuthi ngahamba ngaye edorobheni ngathatha ngiyabona 1 year 3 months ngasabuya ngekhaya angitholanga nkomo umuzi ngathola kwaphakama indlu ngomoya kwanethelwa yonke into esendlini sombheda konke kwafa konke azange ngathola lutho ngathi sembuya kuleyo ndawo ngafika ngathutha lapha engangikhona ngazohlala kwenye indawo aqala kutsha ahamba ezaba 6 kwaba lamadonka angu-8 ahamba ngazi ngagcina amanye akhona ngiwabonela samuye ngapha kodwa akwaba nzima ukuthi ngiwathathe.
Ngawonakalelwa 1 ngisemzini wami khonapho ngangile nkomo zami zintathu ngilamadonka ami engu4 engandilima ngawo ngingasabali inkukhu. Insimu yami engangiyilima ngangiyifensele nge6 wire hamba ngayefactory emapholiseni ngaklema into zami lezo lapha. Bathe bemphendula amapholisa bathi nikisa umntana nxa lokho kuyikuthi awusakuthola sekwadlula okwakho esikutshela khona ukuthi suka khonapho.
I had a farm case. At the moment, I'm going to demand that they give me a piece of land. I spent $27,000 buying a farm from Savary. Because of arms misunderstanding. They recycled people there.
Zipra lost property worth an estimated $6.5 million. Not only property was lost, but lots of documents, history, and memorabilia were looted and were never recovered.
We had money, which was supposed to be Zipra funds. It was $6.5 million. This money was given to Zipra by Zapu to carry out operations in the country. And then Nkomo and his party did not want to take that money. It was supposed to be run by us. It is why we had Nisham. We bought Ascot farm for planting vegetable and everything along 26 kilometers, 46 kilometers along Forest Road. We had nest egg where we kept pigs, chicken, and everything. We were the people who, after TM, were the people who were supplying chicken, eggs to TM. It is along a Douglas there. It was a very nice chicken place. We were keeping pigs. We were members of Qualcomm. We were supplying Qualcomm from there. The idea of NITRAM was to create a fund. Since we had lost, we knew a lot of young people who had gone to fight had not got enough education. We were going to fund them thereafter and return money back to NITRAM. And then we had a farm in Gweru, which had over 1,500 head of cake. We had the Ascot, which had almost 700 head of cake. We had Kud Motors, where a crutch, where we trained up our mechanics and all sorts of things. We had black cat removal. I must be clear, if the minister wants to be clear today. Kud Motors, black cat removals was a company bought by ANC. As far as I'm concerned, they looted the whole property. Whether it is the government or individuals, I can't account for it. But I can identify things which were bought. I can name them.
So inkomo, so many.
There were so many. They were stolen by the same people. If I can discuss with the Chiwenga, seated down, what I can account for. When I went to Castle Arms, which was one of the hotels we had bought, all cold rooms, machines were stolen. By who? If what I want to make clear, if Dabengwa and his men were bad people, they should have been arrested. And Mugabe's government should have nationalized the Nitram property and gave it to the people of Zimbabwe. And with the idea of assisting the ex-combatants, they should have taken that theory and put it into effect. We lost the record, which had a list of all those people with the other really names who had the record. They took it from Nest Egg. The other thing, Jesus' uniform, military uniform, was taken by them.
The Chiwengas?
Yes, he was in charge. He was the brigadier here. It's better. Mnangagwa is a person in the president's office, the intelligence officer in the president's office. He could not have missed all these things.
Little has been done by the National Peace and Reconciliation Commission, and one wonders whether the people of Matabeleland will ever get justice over the issue of Gukurahundi.